Such, how do you invest for your clients? Let me just skip some of these slides and let me go to this. How do you then invest for your clients? You really, even for fund managers, it's very difficult to try to time the market. Impossible. You try to time the market. The only way to invest in this market is three things. Number one, try to diversify your client assets across currencies. Try not to take singular directional bet. Try not to predict that sterling pound at 121 will go to 150. It's very difficult. Sterling pound has come down a lot from 160 to 120. Right? Brexit is well priced into sterling pound. And I don't think London, just because of Brexit, would suddenly nobody wants to stay in London. On margin, yes, some banks may close their operation from London to go to Berlin. But London being London is a city where a lot of people have grown up with. The Russians are not going to sell the London properties and ship to Berlin just because of Brexit. Neither are the Saudis going to do that. The Arabs, they are the biggest investors in properties in London. They're not going to shift. Right? Similarly, a lot of Malaysians who are grown up in London, they are not going to move away. London is a global city and will remain so because they have a rule of law. Law is something that London is proud of because they are one of the early centers of it. So you look at pound that declined so much, a lot of them are pricing, in my view. So the way to invest into 2017 is not to take directional bet, is to diversify them. Last year, who knows Aussie will rebound? Everybody you talk to in Aussie, I believe last year you invite every single speaker on this stage. They tell you Aussie will go 68 to a dollar. Ended up at 73 to a dollar. Against all odds, Aussie dollar rebounded. Right? How? Then they try to explain why it rebounded. Right? That's what they can do. But against all odds. So to me, the way I would want to advise my clients, as I tell my clients, try not to take too much single. Try not to say that because dollar is just like, I put everything in US dollar, I forget about my pound, I don't want to talk about Aussie, I don't want to talk about Sing dollar because Sing dollar is going to weaken because the Sing economy is weak. I would say just diversify your baskets. Eventually, you will ride out the volatility. Right? Second thing to do in this environment, diversify by asset classes. Try not to take everything in Asia. Try not to jump from 100% equity, 100% fixed income, 100% income, 100% cash, 100% cash. Sure cannot make money. After you look at the portfolio, lose money. Try to say that just asset allocate and write it out. And if you do that, you still get a better return than just pure FDs. Right? And that's how you should advise your clients. That's how I would advise them. Depending on what they want. Depending on what return expectation. So return expectation globally has all sink in and has all dropped. That's why you don't need to shoot through the roof on terms of return expectation. If you tell your client you can do 10, they will kiss and love you. Right? Because not many places can give this type of return. So you have to moderate it. Right? And the only way to moderate is to diversify by asset classes. And lastly, diversify by geographical exposure. Don't put everything in Asia. Don't put everything in Malaysia. Don't put everything in the world and forget about Asia. Just diversify it. Then you realize that when you look at the portfolio, in your review with your clients over time, they have a stable return, right? That they will understand. And I tell you the ultra rich that I advise. I do have ultra rich accounts that I advise. You know what they want a return? They just need 5% only. They don't want a lot. They're happy with 5%. As long as I don't lose their capital. That's all they want. Right? Because they say 5% return, I cannot finish anyway. I got so much money. 5% of 500 million is, ayo, that's 25 million, also don't know what to finish, how to finish. Every day eat, also cannot finish. Right? Eat interest only and then even touch the capital, no? So bear that in mind. That in my view is how you can manage in this type of volatility, in this type of try not to take. You know, the other thing that has been talked about, which I may want to cover, is people talk about 10-year cycle. Right? 10-year cycle is coming, you know. The 10-year cycle is what? 2018. We had 98, we have 08, we have 18. Then before that we have 88. Also a 10-year cycle. People talk about it, people ask me, I said, possible. But when I look at the world today, I ask myself one thing. What caused a crisis? What can cause crisis? A crisis can be caused when a bank goes under. Am I right? You guys who are in the bank, you must understand this. You are a very important component of the economy. Today, if any banks in Malaysia collapse, it has major implication on the banking system. It will have major implication on the economy. And that's why our central bank has been very prudent over the years to manage the banking industries. It's very important. The confidence must always be established. So the only way to have a prolonged crisis, not a Brexit type of crisis, but a prolonged crisis like 08. 08, what was the crisis? 08 crisis was because of mortgage-backed securities, the US side. 98 was what? Asian crisis. Started off with a lot of leverage by a lot of Asian economies. We borrowed heavily to grow prior to 98. So I asked myself, if we're going to have a crisis similar to 08, similar to 98, that must then be because a banking system is going to fail somewhere in the world that we don't know. And I asked myself, where are the leverage today after 10 years after 08? Which economy is highly leveraged that we need? China has grown from year 2000, early 2000, and until today, 17 years without a crisis. And the balance sheet has all blown out of proportion. But China, the only thing I look at China is that it's a controlled economy. They are like magicians. They want you to see, you see. They don't want you to see, it get hidden. You can't see. Because of their reserve, so much of it. So they keep hiding it, shifting it. The shadow banking operates very differently. Right? It's unhealthy, but it's always there. But the only thing about China this year is this. China is having a change, election going on their leadership by November 2017. Xi Jinping term expires in November 2017. Typically, a president in China has a 2-term period. His first term is over. Similarly, Li Keqiang also at the same time. And typically in this kind of environment, when you are in a controlled economic cycle, do you want something to blow up just before you go in and face everybody to say that I run this economy very well? No. My reading, talking to people in the global scene, is that China will keep everything under wraps. If there's anything, wait for 2018. They will keep 2017 safe. Everything under wraps, cannot show. If it has implication on the economy, let's wait it out. We're not going to show it because it has implications politically for them. The other leverage I can see is actually in the derivative space and the commodities. Deutsche Bank in particular. That's why when Deutsche Bank price comes down, it causes worry. Because Deutsche Bank balance sheet is still extremely leveraged. Right? Because of all the derivative trades that they entered for long-term trades there. Whereas in America, things have actually been cleaned up in a big way. The other area where I see a lot of leverage that have also gone up a lot is that the consumer space in Asia. That has also grown a fair bit in the last 10 years. Consumers, the debt burden in Asia is now borne by consumers, not by corporates. In 98 crisis, it's our corporates that were highly leveraged. But today, all the leverage has passed on to consumers. That cycle has turned. And definitely, consumer is where the leverage is at the moment. But consumer being consumer, compared to corporate, the good part is that it's well spread. Right? Unless there's a systemic issue that suddenly everyone loses their job, then obviously it's going to be a burden for the bank system. But if the economy is still growing at 4 or 5%, it's okay, everybody still gets, just at no increment, no bonus, I still get my salary, I still can service my loan. Right? But it's still an economy that's working out well. So to me, that's the other stress point that I look out for. So I don't expect 2017 to have a crisis. But past 2018 is something to worship, to look out for. Whether China would want to restructure their bad debts. Don't believe that China has no bad debt. China has a lot of bad debt, just that we never see it. Right? they have been rolling the bad debts over the years. So I don't take the idea that we need to worry too much about 2018 because this is going to be 1 year forward, and it's probably this year that we can still invest. But if things do pan out that China does blow up, then we can still take corrective action. But that's probably down 15 months down the road to worry about. If you keep worrying, nothing will happen to your money. You will not invest at all. No, those guys that worry have been worrying since 2016, 2015. But within 2015 to 2017, they probably have missed out easily 15-20% return. Right? So to me, sometimes we all worried for nothing. Right? And I think as into 2017, I think the coast is okay. Right? Unless to me the other bigger risk will be geopolitical. It's nothing to do with balance sheet. It's purely if a war takes place in Asia, then definitely it's a different equation altogether, which I don't expect that to happen.